Greetings to you. I'm Pastor Michael Martin from Stillmeadow Community Fellowship, and over the next few minutes you're just going to get a very cursory sense of Stillmeadow PeacePark, something that we've been developing for the last couple of years. It is 10 acres of land as a part of our church property. There's an apiary, which is beehives, and a brook, a stream, I should say, a pond, and a variety of trees and birds and of course insects and reputedly a fox family, and I have personally seen a huge owl, which I don't know how I feel about it. And of course, you know, we have deer. Anyway, we've been using this as a place of refuge, of reflection, of refreshment already for neighborhood residents, as it were. And we're working with the USDA Forest Service because we're one of now 2 locations in the country to deal with the ash borer pandemic, as it were. We're doing research here, we're doing education here. You'll see some of it, but the point is we want you to know about what we're doing, and we want more in the way of partnership, and we don't want this to get by you. So welcome. We hope that we'll be able to have a good conversation about Stillmeadow PeacePark and its capacity to be a jewel in the crown of Charm City. Wow, that was cool.
This is our apiary. We have a number, as you can see, beehives. They're producing honey. We will be selling, it is being packaged now, we will start selling Stillmeadow raw honey. Everything is related to pandemic. We're supposed to be doing it this fall, and so now it'll happen next spring. And it'll be good locally, as some of you I'm sure know, for, I was going to say kids, but people with asthma. Having local bee honey is a good thing. So we have a local guy who lives about a mile from here, has 13 years of experience with bees, and we're in great partnership with him. This meadow is being developed as a meeting place and gathering place and meditation station. Let me point you to over here our cisterns. These have just been recently put in, gathering rainwater. They hold 600 gallons of water. You'll see it near the bottom, some hoses that go from there. That goes over to the where we're growing some trees to replace some of the dead ash trees in our forest, and it automatically waters those as well. So that's been a great partnership.
This is our tree nursery. As we remove our dead ash trees from the park, we understand the importance of replenishing our forest, and so we are going to plant these trees. There are 1,100 of these saplings that some are willow, some are poplar trees, and then some are hybrids, and they are meant to grow roughly 6 feet within per year. This is approximately 16 weeks of growth, and we're excited about them growing up to fill our canopy in order to help with the heat index in the summer, and also with purifying the air in this urban area.
This is the entrance to the park. There'll be a nice arc that says Stillmeadow PeacePark right here where these trees are. We'll be moving them around, as Urel has already told us. Beyond the trees is the entrance. There is a stand of working with World Wildlife or National Wildlife Federation there'll be just a number of nature-oriented expositions in this area beyond this. And then beyond that one single tree there, all of that will be cleared out. It's been cleared out before. It'll be cleared out, and our more or less huge on-campus storage unit and workhouse will be in that area. To your left, where that big set of stumps are, to your left is the path that goes up into the park, and we'll meet you there shortly. So this is where the National Forest Service, part of USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, which has been a strategic partner with us and has afforded us grant money to help us remove some of these trees. They've already started the process. We've cut down, I'm gonna say 20 something trees, and the goal is that there's 120 or so more of ash trees, and then other trees that have invasive vines that are choking the life out of them. So those are two things you can see around here where they've started. It is now November. They'll be back, all things equal, before the end of the month, early into December, and finish a lot of this work. We have to cut, then we have to get some of these out. Some of these trees will be turned into stools and chairs that will remain in the forest in areas that we are designating as meditation stations, and then just also other gathering spaces. I think we'll take you right up here and you'll see one of our first meditation stations.
One of the things that we think is going to be really important to offer in our park are places to meditate and to reflect and to pray. And so this is our first meditation station. We foresee this being filled with benches and flowers and plaques to help people to learn how to meditate and to grow and help to relieve some of that emotional, mental stress.
So just as a point of reference, this is a lean-to right here in our forest along an old water path that just a homeless gentleman put together, I'd say rather nicely, last fall. And he stayed through a good part of the winter. And we ended up having conversations. We were able to help him find some housing. He was kind enough to offer to dismantle it before he left. Honestly, I think it's kind of cool and awfully well put together, so I asked him to just leave it. A part of, if we're making this clear, is about re-healthing, and I'm sure I've made that term up, but re-healthing the Stillmeadow PeacePark, this forest, and getting it healthier again. We've already started the process of not only having a certified park, Stillmeadow PeacePark, but that we already have a couple of invitations to do some a retreat or two here this coming year, in the first half of the year. So it is Stillmeadow officially, Stillmeadow PeacePark and Retreat Center. We have enough space in our building, a wide range of rooms, etc., and over a good-sized kitchen that instead of going way out, toward Annapolis or way out toward Carroll County, this facility allows itself close enough for retreats, which includes not only the internal facility, but the opportunity to be in nature for groups of people, for individuals, for one-on-one conversations, etc. And so that's part of how we plan on continuing to use and be good stewards of this opportunity and this property for the benefit of our area and city of Baltimore. So here's kind of a cross section. We've come down the main path one of our volunteers has steadily worked to give us a switchback path that goes all the way up and around back toward the church and the church parking lot. Those orange buckets that you see are another enclosed tree planting area that, again, the Forest Service, students from University of Delaware, and Green Baltimore, let me mention the others, National Wildlife Federation, Interfaith Partners for the Chesapeake, and I'm sure I'm missing one or two others, but we have Tree Baltimore. We have a number of partners that have come around us recently, helped us with grants, and helped us in making this a healthy forest. This is a huge slate stone. This has been very cleared before. You'll see a lot of fallen trees. What we have noticed over the last 18 months or so is there's been an acceleration of trees falling, right? So they're being affected by the invasive vine, but also and mostly it is again the ash tree. So when this is cleared, as it has been before and it will be again, it is another meditation station area. We'll be able to level this out very simply. Although it's hard to say right now because we're talking within the context of COVID-19, so the ideal of gathering together is verbose to all of us, or verboten to all of us right now. The truth of the matter is, what will be normal is that a group of people gather here, look out at the creek, listen to somebody talk, have a good, strong discussion, identify different birds, and typically, as happened to us this morning, watch a stag and a group of doe trot by. Okay, so I'm a Baptist preacher, and I'm only doing this whole nature thing. I like nature, I like National Geographic, all like that, but the intensity of all of this has to do with the fact that it is what we have, and so being a good steward. So I'm going to show off a little bit. This right here, all of this right here, this fungus is called turkey tail, and so you can see on the other side of it, if it's white, then it's edible. If it's like beige, etc., then it isn't edible. And the edible part you can use much like you can work with mushrooms. So this is fungi, and Pastor Michael from Learning to Live Fellowship just explained to you the edibility of turkey tail fungi. So this is the pool, which several city officials have promised me and committed to me that by this time, well, not this time, by spring of 2021, all other things equal, they committed that they would ensure the purity of this water enough for us to do baptisms. And so we'll see. The other thing that's maybe even more, no question about it, more important to us is that this operates as a research opportunity, because being able to measure the waters coming out of the culvert and do some sand and rock kind of experiments, and then measuring it at the other end, right? Demonstrating to kids how much in our grasp is the opportunity to ensure purity of water. And then just being able to do ongoing measurement of the water purity, understanding if it has lead in it, that kind of thing. And growing some environmental scientists right out of the Frederick Avenue corridor, growing some environmentalists right out of this neighborhood, this community, in this corridor. As you all already know, sometimes what kids need, what young people need, is a realization of what's even possible. To know that there's a job and jobs that are available to you, working in the forest, using the power and the principle of using what's around you and what's available to you, and not always needing for there to be more. So, urban farming, urban forestry, a PeacePark, a research center, all of that is already in the mix. A retreat center, we're negotiating a couple of opportunities for that now. We want partnership, we want your attention to this, we want your blessings over this, and your creativity and your ideas about how to use this further and further. We're working already with those that I've mentioned, Morgan State University, several people in the environmental area have come and started to help us think about how we can engage with youth in that area. Coppin State, UMBC, our bird guy and our amphibian guy are connected, have fellowships with Johns Hopkins University. And one of our other dudes is doing some kind of bird migration study, excuse my French, having to do with the Smithsonian and keeping track. And so they're starting to track the birds that come through here as well. So we've maximized as much as I think we can our opportunity to take possession of the land and make the most of it. And so we need more insight, more understanding, more wisdom, and more partnership in that regard. Thanks for listening. And I guess there'll be a discussion after this.